Aging is the one universal experience that every human being must face, yet few are truly prepared for its impact. It is often said that time waits for no one, and as the years pass, this statement becomes more evident than ever. In youth, the idea of getting older seems distant, almost like an abstract concept that only applies to others. But as the decades go by, the realization slowly settles in. Aging is not just about adding years to life. It is about confronting change, loss, and an entirely new way of existing in the world. The harsh reality of getting older is that it happens gradually, almost unnoticed at first. One day you wake up and feel just a little more tired than usual. The mirror reflects someone who looks slightly different, though the changes are too subtle to pinpoint. Joints ache in ways they never did before, and simple tasks take just a bit longer. At first, these moments are easy to brush off as temporary, but with time, they become more frequent and harder to ignore. That is when it hits. Life is changing, and so are you. Perhaps the most unexpected part of aging is the emotional and psychological shift that comes with it. Society tends to focus on the physical aspects of growing older, wrinkles, gray hair, aching bones. But what about the silent struggles that no one talks about? The feeling of becoming invisible in a world that moves at an ever-increasing pace. The realization that some dreams will remain unfulfilled. The moments of nostalgia that turn into deep longing for a time that no longer exists. Then there is the unspoken fear of irrelevance. In a culture that celebrates youth and innovation, older generations often find themselves feeling left behind. Conversations change, technology evolves, and the world seems to cater more to those who are younger, faster, and more adaptable. It is not just about staying physically healthy. It is about maintaining a sense of purpose in a world that constantly shifts. The struggle is not only external but deeply internal, a battle between who you were, who you are, and who you are becoming. Yet despite all of these realities, there is something powerful about confronting the truth of aging head-on. Denial only makes the process more difficult, while acceptance can provide a sense of peace. This video is not about painting a grim picture of aging, but about acknowledging its realities so that it can be faced with strength, wisdom, and a new perspective. Aging is not just about what is lost, it is also about what is gained. So if you have ever felt the weight of growing older, if you have ever questioned what the future holds or felt disconnected from the person you once were, this video is for you. It is time to have an honest conversation about what it really means to age, the struggles that come with it, and most importantly, how to navigate it in a way that brings meaning and fulfillment. Because while aging may be inevitable, the way we experience it is something we can still control. One of the first and most noticeable realities of aging is how the body begins to change. It happens gradually, almost imperceptibly at first. A little stiffness in the morning, an ache that lingers longer than it used to, a sense of fatigue after doing something that once felt effortless. At first, these changes are easy to dismiss, but over time they become more frequent and harder to ignore. The body, once a source of strength and reliability, begins to feel like an unfamiliar vessel, one that requires more care, more attention, and more patience than ever before. For many, the first signs of aging come in the form of reduced energy levels. Tasks that once took little effort, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even getting out of bed, now demand more exertion. Muscles take longer to recover, and the endurance that was once taken for granted starts to fade. It is a frustrating realization, especially for those who were once active and full of energy. There is a deep emotional impact in realizing that the body no longer responds the way it once did. Then there are the aches and pains that appear seemingly out of nowhere. Joints become stiffer, mobility becomes limited, and the simplest movements can lead to discomfort. Arthritis, back pain, and reduced flexibility become common companions, making even routine tasks more challenging. The body's resilience weakens, and injuries that once healed in days now take weeks or even months to recover from. It is as if the body is constantly reminding you that time is moving forward, whether you like it or not. Another unavoidable reality is the change in appearance. Wrinkles form, hair grays, skin loses its elasticity, and weight distribution shifts. Looking in the mirror can sometimes be a shock, seeing a version of yourself that feels unfamiliar. Society places immense value on youth and beauty, making these physical changes even harder to accept. For many, this can lead to a struggle with self-confidence and identity. The person staring back in the mirror does not quite match the image they have of themselves in their mind. It is a silent, internal battle that few openly talk about. Sleep patterns also shift with age. Deep, restful sleep becomes harder to come by, replaced with restless nights and frequent awakenings. This lack of quality sleep only adds to the fatigue and physical exhaustion that already accompanies aging. The mind may feel ready to take on the day, but the body struggles to keep up. It can be frustrating to feel mentally alert but physically limited, creating a disconnect between what one wants to do and what they are actually capable of doing. Yet despite all of these changes, there are ways to adapt. While aging cannot be stopped, it can be managed. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and proper self-care can help maintain strength and mobility. More importantly, shifting the focus from what has been lost to what can still be achieved is crucial. The body may not be what it once was, but it is still capable of movement, still capable of experiencing life. Accepting these physical changes does not mean giving up. It means learning to work with the body rather than against it. Aging is not just about the body slowing down. It is about learning to move forward in a way that respects and honors the changes that come with time. By understanding and adapting to these realities, it becomes possible to continue living with purpose, even as the body evolves. While the physical changes of aging are often the most obvious, the emotional and psychological impact can be just as profound. As people grow older, they begin to experience a shift in how they see themselves and how they fit into the world around them. The reality of getting older brings a mix of emotions, some expected, others surprising. For many, it is a journey of self-reflection, nostalgia, and at times, loneliness. The way a person processes these emotions can have a significant effect on their overall well-being. One of the most difficult emotional challenges of aging is the sense of loss. This loss can take many forms: loss of youth, loss of physical strength, loss of opportunities, and most painfully, loss of loved ones. The older a person gets, the more they are forced to say goodbye to people they care about. Whether it is friends, family members, or even partners, the experience of losing those who were once constants in life can create an overwhelming sense of loneliness. Grief becomes a familiar emotion, and the challenge lies in learning how to carry it without letting it consume everyday life. There's also the feeling of invisibility that many older adults experience. In a society that values youth and innovation, aging can sometimes feel like fading into the background. Older individuals may feel overlooked or dismissed, whether in social settings, the workplace, or even within their own families. Conversations may shift away from them, and their opinions may not be sought as often. This can lead to a sense of isolation, as if they are no longer as important or relevant as they once were. It is a painful realization that can deeply affect self-esteem and emotional well-being. Another emotional challenge is the confrontation with time itself. There comes a point when people begin to reflect on their past, what they have accomplished, what they regret, and what they wish they could change. Nostalgia can be comforting, but it can also bring sadness, especially when memories highlight things that are no longer possible. It is easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what has been lost instead of appreciating what remains. The mind becomes filled with what-ifs and if-onlys, leading some to feel that they have wasted time or missed out on opportunities. However, despite these challenges, aging also brings a unique kind of wisdom and emotional strength. The experiences of life build resilience, teaching people how to navigate hardships with grace. Many older adults find that they care less about what others think and feel freer to be themselves. They have gained a perspective that allows them to prioritize what truly matters: relationships, personal growth, and meaningful experiences. While youth is often associated with excitement and endless possibilities, aging brings the ability to appreciate the present moment more deeply. One of the most important aspects of emotional well-being in later years is maintaining strong social connections. Studies have shown that people who have close friendships and supportive relationships tend to experience less loneliness and depression as they age. Staying engaged in community activities, maintaining hobbies, and finding ways to contribute to society can make a significant difference. The key to emotional fulfillment in old age is not just reminiscing about the past, but also continuing to create new experiences. In the end, the emotional impact of aging is deeply personal. Some embrace it with acceptance and grace, while others struggle with the weight of nostalgia and loss. But the truth is, aging does not have to mean fading away. It can be a time of rediscovery, of finding new passions, of appreciating life in a way that only comes with experience. While the past may hold beautiful memories, the present still holds the power to create new ones. One of the most profound aspects of aging is how relationships evolve over time. Friendships, family dynamics, and social interactions all shift in ways that can be both unexpected and challenging. For many, the later years of life bring a reevaluation of who truly matters, who remains present, and how social roles change. Some relationships grow stronger while others fade, and this change can be difficult to navigate. Friendships, for example, are often affected by aging in ways people may not anticipate. In younger years, friendships are built through shared experiences, school, work, or common interests. As time passes, however, life takes people in different directions. Careers, families, and responsibilities become priorities, making it harder to maintain regular contact. In older years, many people realize that their once large circle of friends has dwindled. Some friends move away, while others pass on, leaving behind a quiet sense of loss. The realization that the people who once played a major role in life are no longer as present can be emotionally difficult. Family dynamics also undergo significant changes. As children grow up and start their own families, parents often experience a shift in their roles. Many parents dedicate years to raising their children, only to find themselves feeling less needed as those children become independent. While this is a natural progression, it can create a deep sense of loneliness. The home that was once filled with noise, movement, and activity may suddenly feel empty. Some older adults struggle with finding their place in their children's lives, especially when their children are busy with careers and their own families. Another challenge is how relationships with partners evolve over time. For those in long-term marriages or partnerships, aging together can be a beautiful experience, but it also comes with difficulties. As bodies change, so do energy levels and interests, sometimes leading to a disconnect between partners. Some couples struggle with communication, especially if one partner develops health issues that require caregiving. In other cases, people find themselves unexpectedly alone due to divorce or the passing of a spouse. Adjusting to this new reality can be one of the hardest transitions, especially for those who have spent decades in a partnership. The changing nature of social interactions also plays a role in the experience of aging. Society tends to focus on younger generations, often making older adults feel invisible or overlooked. Social circles shrink, invitations become less frequent, and the opportunities for meeting new people diminish. This is particularly challenging for those who once thrived in active social environments. Without a strong sense of connection, feelings of isolation and loneliness can take hold, impacting mental and emotional well-being. Despite these challenges, maintaining social connections is one of the most important factors in leading a fulfilling life in later years. Studies have shown that people who stay socially engaged tend to live longer, healthier, and happier lives. This means that making an effort to maintain friendships, join social groups, and engage in activities can greatly improve overall well-being. Whether it is joining a community organization, participating in a hobby, or even making use of modern technology to stay in touch, staying connected is crucial. Aging brings a shift in relationships, but it does not mean the end of meaningful connections. It is a time to cherish the friendships that remain, build new ones, and strengthen family bonds. It is also a time to embrace the present and make the most of the relationships that continue to bring joy, support, and companionship. Rather than dwelling on who is no longer present, the focus should be on nurturing the relationships that still hold meaning. Aging is often accompanied by physical and mental changes that can be difficult to accept. The body that once felt strong and capable may now experience limitations. Tasks that were once effortless become more challenging, and the realization that aging is an unavoidable process can be emotionally overwhelming. However, how one chooses to approach these changes can determine the quality of life in later years. One of the most noticeable aspects of aging is the decline in physical strength and mobility. Muscles weaken, joints become stiffer, and energy levels are not what they used to be. Activities that once felt second nature, such as climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even getting out of bed quickly, can start to feel like obstacles. Many people struggle with this loss of physical independence, feeling frustrated that their bodies no longer function the way they once did. In addition, common age-related health issues such as arthritis, osteoporosis, and reduced flexibility make it necessary to adapt daily routines. The key to coping with these physical changes lies in maintaining an active lifestyle. While it may not be possible to regain the strength of youth, regular exercise, stretching, and movement can help maintain mobility and reduce discomfort. Aside from mobility, other physical changes also emerge with age. Vision and hearing decline, making it harder to engage in everyday activities. Reading small print, driving at night, or hearing conversations in noisy environments become more difficult. For many, adjusting to hearing aids or glasses feels like an admission of aging, leading some to resist these necessary tools. However, ignoring these changes can result in frustration, isolation, and an overall decrease in quality of life. A proactive approach, such as regular checkups, using assistive devices, and making necessary lifestyle adjustments, can help maintain independence and confidence. Alongside physical changes, mental and cognitive shifts also occur. Some people experience memory lapses, difficulty concentrating, or a slower processing speed. Forgetting names, misplacing items, or struggling to recall details can feel alarming, leading to fear about cognitive decline. While some memory loss is a natural part of aging, staying mentally active can slow this process. Engaging in reading, learning new skills, playing brain games, or even having meaningful conversations can help keep the mind sharp. Emotionally, coming to terms with aging can be difficult. Many struggle with feelings of frustration, sadness, or even anxiety about what the future holds. Some feel that they are losing their sense of purpose, especially after retirement or significant life changes. The key to emotional well-being in later years lies in finding new ways to bring meaning to life. Whether through hobbies, volunteering, spending time with loved ones, or setting new goals, staying engaged in life can make all the difference. Ultimately, aging is not about resisting change, but learning how to adapt to it. Accepting that the body and mind evolve with time is the first step toward living a fulfilling life. While certain aspects of aging are unavoidable, there are always ways to maintain independence, confidence, and happiness. By focusing on what is still possible rather than what has been lost, aging can be met with resilience, strength, and a renewed sense of purpose. One of the biggest challenges of getting older is the feeling of losing one's sense of purpose. During earlier stages of life, purpose often comes from work, raising a family, or pursuing ambitions. However, as retirement sets in, children become independent, and life slows down. Many people struggle with the question, what now? The absence of clear responsibilities can leave individuals feeling lost or irrelevant. This transition can be emotionally difficult, but it also presents an opportunity to redefine purpose in a way that aligns with personal growth, experience, and newfound freedom. Aging does not mean that purpose disappears. It simply evolves. For many, retirement provides an opportunity to focus on passions and interests that were previously pushed aside due to work or family obligations. Hobbies such as painting, gardening, writing, or playing a musical instrument can bring fulfillment. Others find purpose in volunteering, offering their skills and experience to organizations, mentoring younger generations, or contributing to their communities. Engaging in meaningful activities fosters a sense of accomplishment and allows individuals to remain mentally and socially active. Another powerful source of purpose in later years is the role of being a mentor or guide. Older generations have a wealth of knowledge, wisdom, and life experience that can be invaluable to younger individuals. Whether through formal mentorship programs, community groups, or simply spending time with grandchildren, sharing lessons learned over the years can create a strong sense of fulfillment. It is a way of leaving a lasting impact and continuing to shape the world, even when professional careers have ended. Maintaining social connections is another key factor in finding meaning in later years. Loneliness and isolation can be major struggles for older adults, especially after retirement or the loss of close loved ones. However, building and maintaining relationships can make a significant difference in overall well-being. Joining clubs, attending social events, or reconnecting with old friends can help create a sense of belonging. Even simple activities, such as engaging in regular phone calls, video chats, or community gatherings, can provide emotional support and companionship. Spirituality and self-reflection also become more significant for many individuals as they age. Whether through religion, meditation, or personal reflection, seeking a deeper understanding of life can bring comfort and a renewed sense of direction. Exploring philosophical or spiritual beliefs can help individuals come to terms with aging, mortality, and the transitions that come with later years. Many find that shifting the focus from regrets about the past or worries about the future to gratitude for the present moment can be a transformative experience. Ultimately, purpose in later life is not about holding on to the past, but about embracing the possibilities of the present. The later years can be some of the most rewarding if approached with an open mind and a willingness to adapt. Instead of seeing aging as a decline, it can be seen as an opportunity to explore new interests, deepen relationships, and leave a meaningful legacy. Finding purpose in aging is not about what has been lost, but about discovering what is still possible. Aging is an inevitable part of life, yet society often portrays it as something to be feared or resisted. Many people struggle with the physical, emotional, and social changes that come with getting older, leading to anxiety, frustration, or even denial. However, aging does not have to be seen as a decline. It can be embraced as a phase of growth, wisdom, and new opportunities. The key to aging with grace and positivity lies in mindset, self-care, and the ability to adapt to life's transitions with resilience. One of the most powerful ways to embrace aging is by shifting perspective. Instead of focusing on what has been lost, it is important to appreciate what has been gained: knowledge, experience, emotional strength, and a deeper understanding of life. With age comes the ability to see life's challenges with greater clarity and handle difficulties with wisdom that younger generations have yet to develop. By valuing the lessons learned over the years, individuals can find confidence in their ability to navigate life with grace. Another essential aspect of aging well is taking care of both physical and mental health. While aging brings inevitable changes, lifestyle choices play a significant role in determining the quality of life in later years. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and proper sleep can help maintain energy levels and prevent health complications. Staying mentally active is just as crucial. Reading, learning new skills, engaging in creative activities, or even practicing mindfulness can help keep the mind sharp. The more effort put into self-care, the better the body and mind will function, allowing for a more fulfilling life. Accepting physical changes with self-love and confidence is also an important part of embracing aging. Society often glorifies youth, making it easy for older individuals to feel insecure about wrinkles, gray hair, or slower movements. However, these physical changes are not flaws. They are signs of a life well lived. Instead of comparing oneself to younger versions of the past, it is important to celebrate the present self. Confidence and self-acceptance can have a greater impact on overall well-being than any external appearance. Building and maintaining meaningful relationships also play a critical role in aging with positivity. Strong social connections bring joy, support, and a sense of belonging. Whether through friendships, family, or community involvement, surrounding oneself with positive influences helps combat feelings of loneliness or irrelevance. Engaging in regular social interactions, whether in person or through technology, can significantly improve emotional well-being and create lasting memories. Another key to embracing aging is remaining open to new experiences. The later years of life do not have to be defined by routine or limitations. Many people find that retirement is the perfect time to explore new hobbies, travel, or even start new projects. Approaching life with curiosity and a willingness to try new things helps keep the spirit alive. There is no age limit to personal growth, adventure, or the pursuit of happiness. Ultimately, aging with grace is about living with purpose, maintaining a positive outlook, and accepting life's changes with resilience. It is about focusing on what truly matters: relationships, health, happiness, and inner peace. When individuals embrace aging with gratitude and an open heart, they can turn their later years into a time of fulfillment and joy rather than fear and regret. Aging is not an end. It is a continuation of life's journey, one that can be rich with meaning and beauty.